Okay, folks, let's see what this one is. Looks a bit like something a bit boring-ish, or maybe not. No, we don't want red. Maybe we want yellow. Fuck, having problems. These buttons can be a little bit tricky. Okay, let's see what we have here. We have here a wrapper, and it says I think it says hazelnut wrapper, hazelnut chocolate. So yeah, hazelnut. Yeah, it looks shit ass, actually. It does look crappy. The colour looks way too overpowering for this piece. I do wonder maybe if I enlarge a section out of there, maybe make it really big. I think the yellow is too domineering in this piece. Maybe we'll turn to the depression colour. See how we go with it. Yeah, that horrible vibrating noise you hear, I think that's the pickup rollers in tray 1, I suspect. And even this one looks a bit overwhelming, maybe a little bit less so. Gonna maybe convert it back, and it'll go back to yellow, and we'll have yellow in here, so the depression colour will turn to happy colour, which yellow is. Trying to focus, folks. Maybe turn it on an angle, if I can get it against the edge of the glass. Just these document feeder hinges are in the way, which is such a problem on this device. Yeah, folks, one day I'm going to redesign the photocopier from scratch. I wonder what that noise was. Oh yeah, there's some screaming jets. I think they're for the Anzac Day celebrations, to remind people of what the cost has been to the diggers, and how they have given us our freedom. and this is just a flyover that they do here. If you're not an Australian and you don't know about Anzac Day, look it up on the internet for more information. I myself don't have any relos that served in any conflict, so it doesn't quite apply to me except to respect. I don't celebrate many things or follow any things, but I do feel sorry for the people that fought in those conflicts years ago. How painful it must have been to die so pitifully. It's really awful, folks. I'm really grateful I'm not one of them. I really wish it didn't have to happen, that so many lives were lost, but it happened, God. Now you nearly said the word God for some reason. Yeah, I am a Christian, folks. I must admit I am a Christian, and I really hate how life often gets piddled away needlessly in this world, that people are not happy with their lives. And I'm not happy with my own life. I did some stupid things when I was young, and I really regret it. I'm trying to get in touch with my partner Luigi, who I really miss, and I don't feel that the people in the churches respect people like myself. I don't feel welcome in church. I don't feel a sense of connectedness. So basically I believe in the Christian messages of Easter and Christmas. So I am a Christian, but I don't go to church. I just don't attend church. That's pretty much what I am. I'm an unchurched Christian, because I don't feel a sense of connection. I don't feel a sense of companionship. I just feel rejected and treated like shit just because I happen to be a toner head, a photocopier enthusiast, and basically, photocopier nerds are called known as toner heads, and I'm a toner head and I'm proud of it, and I find that people at church typically don't welcome people like me who are toner heads or something along those lines. We're not accepted, we're not treated like we're part of the church family. But I am a Christian, and that's pretty much it in a nutshell. If I'm going to align myself with a denomination, it would probably be, I seem to gravitate towards the Baptist end of the spectrum, or part of the spectrum, you could say. I sort of on the, I sort of see myself as aligning myself with the Baptist way of things, but that doesn't mean that I want to go to church, because I just don't feel welcome. I've given up, and I know God still loves me even though I'm not a churchy. I don't belong to church. And that's the thing, folks. If you find yourself out there like me, you go to church and you wonder why you're not being treated fairly or kindly, well, just spare a thought and maybe think that you're not alone, and that there are people out there who suffer this, people like myself, and I'm pretty sure my friend Luigi, who I want to marry, he's probably being persecuted by his own church as well. So, don't feel like you're the only one, folks. Just take heart if you're a toner head especially, and you're feeling like the church system doesn't appreciate you and understand you. Just don't go to church. If you feel they're telling you that you're not a Christian or you're not saved, just don't go to church. Maybe make up your own congregation, make up your own group. Be yourself. Don't be a part. If they don't like you, well, they don't like you, and that's just it. And just accept that. Somehow accept it, and just hang out in your own groups. Make your own groups. Make your own fellowship groups. You're not the only one, folks. You're not the only one who has to deal with this persecution, folks. But I'm just grateful I wasn't one of those diggers, that I wasn't on the battlefields. I'm really grateful I don't have to put up with that. And that's come up looking really quite interesting. Colour in that yellow, I don't like that colour there. I do wonder if I'm going to change it. Yeah, I am grateful, folks. I really am grateful I don't have to, not one of those unfortunate poor diggers. Must have been real despair, folks. Must have been really sad for them to die like they had. To get our freedom, folks. To get our freedom as a nation. That looks really quite interesting. That looks a bit darker than that. I like this bit there, but it looks too orange, but there it's not as black as I'd like it to be. I do wonder if I'm going to pull out the dot matrix again. The dot matrix setting. Yeah, that's come up looking really, that's got a lot more detail to it now. I do think that was the first version of this from here, or the last version, and this is this version. I don't know if I totally like it, the colours in that. I like the shapes so far. But yeah, it is quite depressing thinking about how those diggers must have felt in their respective battles, like the Kokoda Trail. It's really awful, folks, but you know, unfortunately it happened, and we're very fortunate we had these heroes do what they did. And you know, I'm not a big fan of Anzac Day, folks, but when I do think about it, when I get a little bit deep in thought, or even not deep in thought, but just consider what happened, well, you know, it really is quite painful to think how horrid it must have been for these people to go through what they did. And it just makes me glad I wasn't one of them, folks. That the sun is shining. Look at the beautiful day, folks. I'm sure when they were on the Kokoda Trail, if there was any sun at the time, the sun would have not felt like the sun. It would have felt like they still had business to do and all that sort of shit. So, yeah. But I don't have any relos that served. So, yeah. Anyway, let's see how this comes out. And that's come up looking really quite a treat. I think I can now call this demo quits.